Hello, Jason Schwarz with Not 10 Yacht Sales coming to you today from Port Monmouth, New Jersey. Today we're going to take a look at this 2001 28 Albin. I'll start by walking around to the stern. As you see, it has a nice large swim platform. And I'll go over a couple things here. This is owned currently by a fisherman, which becomes obvious when we take a closer look at the boat. You'll see a lot of rod holders that he has up top, as well as along the motor box there. Those are all easily removable if you happen to not be a fisherman. Those are not welded on, they're just clamped on, so we could remove those very easily if you didn't want to use the boat for fishing. You'll also see there on the back he has 5 LED lights that he's installed. If you are a fisherman, you'll like the fact that he has those outriggers. He has port and starboard as well as a center outrigger. And of course you see the Garmin radar up there as well. And we'll go over the electronics in a little more detail. One thing you'll notice about this boat, if you're not familiar with it, it has a ton of storage, especially in the gunnels as well as in the transom. One of the reasons for that is the engine's right there in the middle, so that left a lot of space around that area to go ahead and add storage. You'll see these coaming pads here, they're in great shape. Let's go ahead and take a walk around the boat. We'll start on the starboard side. You'll see these handholds that I'm using right here. I like that. That's on the hardtop, and they have extra tall bow rail as well. He has a Yanmar windlass up front. And I'll give you a view from the front here. He's got a nice light bar right in front of that spotlight. And then he has the life raft in a hard case on the hardtop there. Everything you see today goes with the boat. Okay, all right, let's enter the helm area. You'll see he has upgraded both captain's chairs. I even like these extra drawers they put down here. They put them under the companion side as well. Let's take a moment at the helm and let's see what he has for electronics here. That's his main Garmin right there. And up top, he has a separate Garmin dedicated for his sounder, his depth sounder. You can also get sounder capability on that main Garmin in the middle. And of course, I have the Chartplotter up currently, and you would use your radar through there as well. He has 2 VHFs, is a standard Horizon up top. And then down to the left of the steering wheel here, he has an Icom. The standard Horizon up top receives AIS as well. We have a bow thruster just below the VHF there. And of course, all the gauges on the right. This boat does have a single Yanmar 300 with, you can see right there, if you can zoom in, just over 1,700 hours on it. I've opened up a couple hatches here, and I want to give you a sense for this owner, the type of owner that he is, and I'll try to illustrate that here. He's used the boat extensively over the last 6 years. He's added about 900 hours. So this was a frequently used boat that was maintained in an excellent manner. And I just want to illustrate that in a couple of ways. This is one of the hatches up here by the helm area. He has something here called the sea flow. A lot of people aren't familiar with this. And I want you to see the bilge as well and how dry it is. That's one of his batteries right there with the red cover on it. What sea flow does is it takes away the additional water that your bilge doesn't get to. So most bilges have just a ½ inch or an inch of water left in them. This takes that out so that the bilge is completely dry. He really did a lot of modifications like that and added features that you wouldn't normally see. I'll give you a look at the engine here as well. Again, just over 1,700 hours on this engine. And see if I can show it to you here, but up front, in the front of the engine room, he has a heater as well, which is great for diesel engines, especially in cold weather. They're difficult to start when it is cold out, to be able to keep the engine room warm for that purpose. And it also cuts down on rust around the engine. You know, he really thinks of just about everything when he's maintained this boat. So I'm very impressed and very happy to be able to work with him to sell his boat. Now, in terms of maintenance, let's go over that quickly because earlier this year, he had all the coolers pulled on this boat and cleaned by a professional mechanic. So this isn't work he did himself, although he probably could have. He did hire a certified mechanic to pull the aftercoolers, the heat exchangers. All of that was pulled and cleaned earlier this year. And we're in July of 2025 at the moment, and he did the oil change and the transmission fluid change, including both filters, just last week. So you're really all set to go with this boat. All right, making our way down into the cabin area. There's an enormous amount of space down here for a 28-foot boat. You have your bathroom immediately on the right. One of the features I like about the way that they built the forward berth here is you don't have to remove the table. The table collapses with a shorter pedestal, and you put the cushions right on top. So you don't have to worry about storing the table, and I think you use it more often the way that it's set up. You have your countertop, your microwave, refrigerator down below, and then a whole nother bedding area on the port side. We not only have the current service records for the boat, the current owner has owned the boat for 6 years, but we have the prior owner's service records as well. So understanding the service records and what's been performed on the boat is not going to be an issue. I know that's important to a lot of buyers. A couple of last features here to add as we're wrapping up. He has the 3 isinglass panels that go just behind those helm chairs, so that whole helm area becomes completely enclosed, and those will roll up as well. You see the cushion on top of the motor box. That was down in the cabin, so I couldn't feature that earlier. And then on the back of the motor box, you see the E-perb there. That goes with the boat as well. There's a spare prop that goes. And lastly, there is a cockpit cover that goes from the hardtop and completely covers the entire cockpit. You can see the snaps along the back there of the boat where that would fasten down. So that would be great for wintertime storage and not needing to really shrink wrap the boat. Any more questions, please give me a call. If you'd like to see the boat, let's schedule a showing. Thank you.